Lords of the Fallen is a great game that's similar to Souls games, and it's interesting on its own. You don't need to know about the original game to enjoy it. Some people had problems with the game being a bit glitchy, but most of these issues have been fixed with an update that's available now on all platforms. I think games should be in better shape when they're released, but I'd say missing out on this fantastic game by Hexworks would be a big disappointment for anyone who likes dark fantasy action RPGs. If you're getting a physical copy and have slow internet, I'd just suggest being a little careful. The game is playable without the update, but it's much better with it. The gameplay is smooth and responsive. The art is great, and the way the dual world feature works is excellent. The only reasons not to play this game might be if you get upset about a few small performance hiccups or occasional graphical issues. But if the trailer looks exciting to you, I really recommend giving it a try. Lords of the Fallen is right up there with games like Lies of P and Remnant 2 as a new kind of Souls-like game, and it has its own unique style. Happy hunting! This game takes elements from those three games and adds some cool new features, like the dual world. The combat, weapons, spells, and armor are all awesome. I definitely suggest this game to anyone who enjoys the Souls genre. I've heard some people complain about performance issues, but I'm playing in performance mode, and everything feels good so far. I'm not really into multiplayer, so I can't say much about that. The game has a beautiful, detailed world with lots of hidden things in both worlds. The moves are smooth, with only one or two small issues that can be fixed easily. For example, it's a bit tricky when switching between multiple enemies, and jumping could be a bit higher. The NPCs are fun and engaging, and boss fights are incredible. This game reminds me of Bloodborne in some ways. The combat is good, the movement is smooth, and the visuals are impressive. It's definitely a must-have if you like games similar to those mentioned. The only downside so far is that the bosses are a bit slow, but everything else is amazing. I heard there were performance issues, but now it runs very smoothly. So, for me, this game is a winner. This game is really pretty to look at. It's visually stunning, but it can be a bit confusing when you start playing. Once you get the hang of it, though, it's awesome. The story of good versus evil is fantastic. I haven't played a game with good cutscenes in a long time, except for the Final Fantasy series. I'm excited to see what happens next. I just reached the first boss, and I've been waiting for this game for a while. It's worth every dollar. The game is a lot of fun, but there's one issue that needs fixing: the lock on target. It's frustrating when you're locked onto an enemy in a fight, and it suddenly switches to a different target far away from the action. Some might say not to use the lock on, but your aiming isn't great without it. Almost impossible to use. I love the game, but please make the auto target stay on the enemy I'm fighting until I turn it off. The game plays well on the PlayStation 5, but not on the Xbox, unfortunately. However, I'm sure it will improve as they release new updates to fix the problems. I'm giving it 5 stars because it plays great on the PlayStation, and I believe it will be just as good on the Xbox once they update it.